The rain was coming down in sheets when David saw the flickering neon sign through the foggy windshield. Sunny Pines Motel vacancy. Sunny Pines. It sounded almost cheerful, like the kind of place you'd stay on a summer road trip with your family. But in the dark, with rain hammering the car roof and thunder rumbling overhead, the sign looked like a cruel joke. David had been driving for hours, trying to outrun the storm after his business meeting ran late. He hadn't seen another car in nearly an hour. The highway felt abandoned, swallowed up by the night. So when he saw the motel, he didn't think twice. He pulled in. The parking lot was empty, except for a single old sedan, its windows fogged up from the rain. The motel itself was a squat, two-story building, paint peeling, one light flickering in the office window. David grabbed his overnight bag and ran through the rain. The office door creaked open before he even touched it. Behind the counter stood a thin man in a faded uniform. His name tag read Carl. "Just one night," David said, shivering. Carl nodded slowly, his eyes never leaving David's face. "Room 6, he said finally, sliding a key across the counter. Not a card, a key, old-fashioned brass on a heavy ring. David hesitated. Something about the man's pale eyes made him uneasy. "Checkout's at 9, Carl added flatly. "Sure," David muttered, pocketing the key. Room 6 was at the far end of the second floor. The hallway smelled faintly of mildew. The carpet was threadbare, the wallpaper peeling in long strips. When David unlocked the door, a gust of stale air greeted him. The room was small, just a bed, a dresser with an ancient TV, and a single chair in the corner. The curtains were drawn tight. He flicked on the light. It buzzed and sputtered before casting a weak yellow glow. David tossed his bag on the bed and sat down. The mattress sagged under his weight. He told himself it was just for one night. Just one night. He showered, changed into dry clothes, and tried to relax. The storm outside raged on, wind howling like a living thing. He turned on the TV. Static. He flipped through the channels, nothing but snow and the faint hiss of white noise. With a sigh, David switched it off. The room fell silent except for the rain. That was when he heard it, a faint knock. He froze. It came again. Knock, knock, knock. Someone at the door. David got up, heart thudding. He peeked through the peephole. No one. The hallway was empty. He waited, listening. Nothing. Finally, he shook his head. Maybe the wind had blown something against the door. He turned back toward the bed and froze. The chair in the corner. He was certain he had left it facing the wall. Now it was turned toward the bed. David swallowed hard. "Hello?" he said into the empty room. No answer. The air felt colder somehow. He grabbed the chair, turned it back toward the wall, and climbed into bed. He told himself he was imagining things. He was tired, strung out from the drive. That was all. Sometime later, he drifted off. A sound woke him. Not the storm, something else. Breathing. Slow, raspy breathing, coming from the corner. David bolted upright, fumbling for the lamp. A light clicked on. The chair was facing the bed again. And this time someone was sitting in it. A figure, thin and hunched, with pale skin and empty, staring eyes. David's mouth went dry. "Who?" The figure smiled. Its teeth were black. David ran. He didn't stop to grab his bag. He didn't stop to open the curtains. He yanked the door open and tore down the hallway, his footsteps echoing through the empty motel. When he reached the office, the door was locked. The lights were off. Through the glass, the counter was empty. The key ring was gone. The man named Carl was gone. The whole building felt dead. By the time David reached his car, the rain had stopped. The sky was just beginning to lighten on the horizon. He didn't look back as he drove away. But when the sun finally rose and he glanced in his rearview mirror, for just a moment, he thought he saw a thin, pale figure sitting in the back seat, smiling.